All right, everyone, welcome back to Combat Confidential. Today's guest is, well, I got a short little intro here. She's a K1 kickboxer out of Team KF. She's very active on the Irish scene. You have multiple regional titles, if I'm correct. You're known for your kind of high pressure main card matchups. You 55-ish kg. Where do you?
57, 58 now, gone to, I fought 60.
I have 55 to 61 here.
55 is generous.
Which is, yeah. So you've built your career so far through like steady, constant competition. You're always active. You're one of the standout female strikers in the country at the moment. So everyone, please welcome Miss Vicky Ochala to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you. That was
thanks for
very
taking
nice.
this. It was a short notice one for you, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah.
Delighted to be here.
And fun news, as of today's recording, Valentine's Day, today marks 9 years that I've been living here in Ireland, that I moved here.
Really?
9 years today. I left what was the great country of America, United States. It's a bit of a...
Have you looked back?
Yeah.
No,
not
back.
much lately. But yeah, no, it's been 9 years, and it's been great.
Yeah.
Like, I've been so happy that I moved here.
Yeah, you achieved so much.
Yeah, and I've gotten to do so many things that I don't think I would have ever have done had I not moved here. So yeah, all right, enough about me. We're here to learn more about yourself.
Yeah.
All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is just a little bit of a kind of a get to know you.
Yeah.
Just quick answer questions. First thing that kind of comes to your mind, just say it. So the most important one: coffee or tea?
Tea.
Tea
With milk.
with milk.
Yeah.
No sugar.
No sugar.
All right, good. At least there's that. Do you ever drink it black or?
Not tea. I'd have my coffee black. But
Yeah.
yeah. Recently, I've been actually put off coffee a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I've been drinking decaf.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
I've been fasting a lot recently, and I've been drinking a ton of coffee.
Yeah. How's the
And
fasting going?
It's good. 26 days straight so far.
Nice.
17 to 18 hours.
So intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17 to 18 hours a day. And then I usually just eat one big meal
Yeah.
when I break it, and then a little bit for dinner. Yeah. I've done nothing else with my lifestyle, and I'm already down like almost 5 kilos.
I've heard really good
So,
stuff about
yeah.
fasting. Yeah.
Definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. My point there was black coffee.
Yeah. It's great, isn't it?
It is now. I never liked it before, but it is now. It's nice.
Yeah. The black coffee is that's a weight cut thing for me.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, the caffeine, it's nice because it definitely helps curb that
yeah.
that appetite. But it just sucks when it's 9 o'clock at night and I'm hungry. And
Yeah.
I can't really drink coffee. Okay, sweet or savory?
Savory.
Yeah, same. Morning workout or evening?
It depends on the day. I think
Yeah.
morning.
Morning?
Yeah.
I'm
I
kind of
think
the
so.
same.
Yeah. It just gets you going for the day. Feels
I've
so
a-
good afterwards.
I have a hard time going to sleep after.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You two kind of wound up. It's a fun one. Are you good at keeping secrets?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. You can
Prove
trust
it.
me.
Prove it. What's one secret you haven't
I
said?
can't tell you.
Oh, very good. No, I think I'd be pretty good about it too, but also don't tell me anything you don't want my wife to know.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't include that one person.
yeah, she's caught out of it. Where was I? Do you like surprises? Do you like
Yeah.
being surprised?
I like being surprised. Yeah.
Okay. Do you like to plan things out, or are you kind of a last minute person?
Oh, I'm a bit about I'm an
Yeah.
organized mess. So yeah, I need to have a plan for the week, but at the same time, very last minute with a lot of things.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a bit scattered. So
Same.
yeah.
Is luck real?
Look.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I think in some cases luck could be on your side, but I think hard work and everything you do leads you up to whatever you're looking to achieve, or if you're looking to, get somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I believe in like dumb luck.
Yeah.
Things that just kind of just happen. And then I think like the thing that most people confuse with luck is like what's the saying? Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. I think that's what a lot of people consider luck, but
yeah. I think for luck, you need to kind of work for it to work for you.
Yeah.
You need to put the work in and make it happen in the way that you want it to happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would you rather never use social media again or never watch TV?
Never use social media again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even watch TV, but I think I'd agree.
I love a bit of Desperate Housewives.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Social media is it's toilable these days.
It is, yeah. Like if I wasn't a fighter, I wouldn't have it. But yeah, it's one of the things you need to have as a fighter nowadays.
Desperate Housewives?
Desperate Housewives.
Really?
I'm telling you now.
Okay. I remember when that came out. Goodness, when was that? Was it like early 2000s? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's so good.
It was all the rage. Would you rather live in the city or the countryside?
The countryside.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Same.
I'd love to like have a house on the side of a mountain or
Yeah. I always say anywhere I can get an Amazon delivery at least once a week.
It's okay then.
Yeah, then it's fine. And internet. Yeah. All right, last one here. What motivates you more? Like fear of failure or like your desire to succeed?
That's a good one. I think both, but maybe like letting myself down. I think that's the biggest one. I think motivation to succeed though, because if you succeed in one thing, what else can you do?
True.
Opens up all the other doors.
Has there ever been like a time where you've kind of like failed and then you just thought like, this is the end?
Yeah, of course. Like anyone who fights understands like the losses hurt so much as a fighter. So there are a few losses I took that really, really hurt, and you think it's the end, your heart's like ripped out of your chest and it feels like a heartbreak, but actually it just pushes you to get better. It's just like after the rain comes the sun. Yeah. And sometimes you need to feel all of that just to motivate you even more.
Do you think like time kind of helped you overcome the failure, or was it you just being able to work through it?
Yeah, definitely time, but also just like self-belief in the way you talk to yourself and learning what happened and what went wrong and making sure that doesn't happen again. But I think like every loss you take, whether it's in life or in a fight, it's so important because you need to feel them emotions to move forward. Otherwise you're just going to be in the same place your whole life,
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so here, look, I want to take it back a few years. I know you're still young yourself. You're only 23.
24 next week.
23. I was
24 next week.
So you're still quite young.
Yeah.
But like, and I know, and for those astute podcast subscribers, you already know this. I've done a short little video on you before, so maybe you already kind of know some of this. But take us back to the beginning. When you were that tall, and like, what was it? What was it like growing up? What was your home life situation like?
Okay, so I'm originally Polish, so my family moved over from Poland when I was 3. So I suppose like we were immigrants, so it was a hard enough start.
Were you born here?
No, I moved here when I was 3. Okay. So it was quite tough in some ways, but like I had a beautiful childhood and it was filled with so much love and like the best memories ever. So I did judo when I started judo at about 5. And my dad was a judoka as well. My mom wasn't in the sport, but she was always supporting us no matter what. So yeah, I was competing in judo. I was just training. I loved the sport. And I'd stay on and watch my dad train, and then we'd come home and we'd do a bit of training. We'd had mats in the house. So yeah, it was a great childhood. There's nothing bad I can say about it. But when I was 7, he passed away. very suddenly. So that was kind of like a bit of a turning point. But yeah, after that, obviously, like that was quite traumatic as a child, but I still like stuck to judo and I still trained, and my mom still made me go every, I remember it to be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and that was just, you go, you train, and it became an outlet for me. And obviously, like training with people, it's a male dominated sport, but I found so many friends and motivation. Yeah, so that's kind of my childhood. And then going into teenage years, I kept at judo. I watched Ronda Rousey and I was like, I really want to be her one day.
Yeah. I think she inspired like so many, not women in general, but like just people in general, but especially a lot of women to entertain the idea of participating.
Yeah, she was so cool back in the day. Like she was a judoka and she was, an Olympian and everything. So when I was kind of going into my teenagers, I really, really wanted to like do MMA, but my mom was kind of against it. She didn't want me taking shots to the head.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so I kind of was like trying to get me to go boxing. That was a no-go as well. So I was sticking at judo. I was on the Irish team at one stage, but I was quite young, and just with how things turned out, it was quite expensive to keep doing it, and for a single mom to like be paying for it and stuff, it was quite hard. So I fell out of it, and like I had this dream to become a professional judoka and fight in the Olympics. And like at one stage I was willing to move to Poland and fight for Poland, because it is like not as developed in Ireland as it is in Poland. But yeah, it's something kind of, it just didn't work out. So I fell out of it, and then I was really kind of lost for a few years. I was still going to the gym, but I met actually a friend from judo in the gym, and he invited me over here and he said I'd love it. And I came, and then I just, at 19, I fell in love with the sports, with jiu-jitsu, with kickboxing, with all of it.
Right on. Just taking it back a little bit again, around the time you're like when your father passed away, like what was it like? Did combat sports, did judo, like did that really kind of help you move through it? Or like that's traumatic for anyone to have to deal with their father passing away, but especially so young, like how did combat sports kind of help you through that? Or did it? Or what did?
It definitely helped me. Like I was kind of going between emotions of anger and sadness, and but at the same time living a life of a child, and it definitely helped deal with a lot of them emotions and kind of take my mind off what happened, So it helped a lot, and it gave me kind of a routine, and it gave me like a sense of stability, and that was thanks to my mom. Like it's only because of her that she'd come home from work and she'd drive me to training, and she made it her mission to do that, and I think that like stuck with me a lot as a grown up, because seeing her devotion to like push to make sure I have all of that, and make sure I have like these good people around me, and these coaches and people that I have respect for and I'm learning from. That taught me a lot. Growing up, she always put me and my sister first, and she always pushed for us to have better and to do better. And I think growing up with that and seeing how she's doing it and what she's doing to keep improving, to make sure that we're okay, to make sure, like all of that stuck, I think, with me and my sister.
Like the values and teachings that your mom clearly had, she had in herself. Like what was it that, what of that has stuck with you, now?
I think, a lot of it has stuck with me. Like, I think like we're very alike, but we're also very different in many ways. But a lot of the things we have in common is like that push to be better, that push to keep improving, to keep wanting to improve as well. Like not, like life is hard for everyone. So it's kind of about deciding, okay, well, do I want to settle where I am, or do I want to work on and get better and, provide for my, like for her, in her case, it's provide for my family and make sure that they can do all the stuff that they want to do. But it definitely all stuck with me. Like last year at the end of the year, me and my mum were talking. We were kind of looking back on the year that I had with fighting and finishing college and everything that came after that, and it was like constantly go, go, go. It was like, just get the job done, get your assignments done, you know, finish college, get your, because I did art, so it was a degree show, apply for this, apply for that, train for this. And I think a big thing that I picked up from her was like that drive to not stop. But it can be a good thing and a bad thing. Like, it just, you know, it depends how far you take it.
It's good. You know, it's a drive to, you know, continue doing more, and not kind of like settling or getting comfortable where you're at.
Yeah.
So it's definitely good. It's definitely good to do that while you're so young and you have energy and time
Yeah.
on your side. Was there anyone like in your family that kind of, you know, maybe tried to fill in aside from your mother for your father?
Yeah,
Or like, did
no.
you, did you have like other family that kind of like
Yeah.
helped out?
So my dad's brother actually came over and helped us for a few years, which was like
Yeah.
a big thing, big help
Okay.
for us. And then I had this uncle who, he actually lived here, but he was the one who introduced me to the gym. So when I was 13, 14, yeah, he brought me over to a gym. He was a bodybuilder, and he loved sports when he was younger, but he was a bodybuilder at this stage. And he brought me into this real bodybuilder, macho gym. And I kind of learned how to lift weights and, you know, like do simple stuff like squat. But it was amazing because I built such a strong basis for for technique and muscles. So I was going to the gym with him, I think, for about 3 or 4 years. So that was like a big help for me because it kind of took me away from what people were doing. So you're 14, 15, people are starting to drink and stuff.
Kept you out of trouble and
It
kind of kept
did,
you on
yeah.
a positive path.
Yeah, and it was actually, he was actually like a friend to me as well. So I'd like open up to him if I had a crush or something, you know, like it was really nice.
That's cool. It's good to have someone. It's always good to have an adult kind of outside of your immediate family
Yeah.
growing up like that.
Yeah.
That's good. So so speaking of like, you know, trying to like stay on like a, you know, like a straight and narrow path,
Yeah.
you know, when you were younger, especially like teenagers, did you have any friends that you maybe like you were kind of growing up with and you saw that they were maybe not headed in the best direction?
Yeah,
then,
of course. Like, I think, like, it's funny because we all sit down every so often. Like, we met up for Christmas and we're looking back and we're like, I think at one stage we all had like a bit of a bend off the path. But I definitely did, and I definitely like made my own mistakes. Like you know, I still had like times where I got in trouble and I did stuff I wasn't meant to do. But yeah, I think it's just a lesson.
How do you keep like those mistakes from kind of being your identity? Because I know especially kids these days, like I shouldn't say these days, but kids in general, like that, you know, when they're young and they make a mistake, they think it's like everything.
Yeah.
You know? So like, how did you keep that from, you know, consuming you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like when you're so young, it's so easy for these problems to consume you and to like be so big. But like in the grand scheme of things, really nothing matters. Like it's a good, yeah, like people forget, you know, everyone's so busy with their own lives and stuff. But the biggest thing you can do is not repeat it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not
kind of learn from
like
your mistake.
Your identity is built by a repetition of whether it's patterns or actions. So
you're not your mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. You just need to move forward from it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So in like, did you start taking, you know, like your combat sports career a bit more seriously when you in your teenage years, or when did you kind of really, you know you were gonna kind of buckle down and?
Yeah. Well, the moment I came into KF, I was like, oh, I love this. Yeah, I love this so much. So I kind of seen a future in it as soon as I started, but it was a case of what was it a case? It was a case of like, there's so many things pulling me. So there was college, there was my friends, and at that time, yeah, I didn't have my priorities set as
Yeah.
thing, but I kind of knew from the minute I started it. I was like, I really want to do this. I want to have a future in this. Like, this is going back to when I was, 15, 16, and I was dreaming about being in the Olympics. So this is kind of like a second chance at that, But I think a year into training, I was like, yeah, I can do this.
How close are you? So you said that you had considered moving back to Poland to train to go to the Olympics. How close were you to actually doing that?
Yeah, pretty close. Like, we were looking at colleges for me in Poland.
really?
Yeah, because my mom was like, she was very strict on no sports career if there's no college degree.
Yeah?
Yeah, so, and I'm really
That's good.
grateful for that
Yeah.
because, yeah, growing up, anything can happen and take you out of a sports career. So you need
Absolutely.
to-
Yeah.
yeah. But I was pretty close to it, and I don't know why I didn't go for it, but I think just stuff started like falling out of place here, and yeah, stuck here.
Right on.
Yeah, I went to college here, and
When you were younger and after your dad had passed away, was there ever did your family ever consider moving back?
I don't think so.
No?
Actually, no. I think we were pretty settled here, and life was quite tough, like in Poland, from what I can hear from my family. So I think, yeah, it was just we're gonna stay here.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Do you visit Poland at all? Or?
Yeah, I try to go out as often as I can. Sometimes I'll go right after a fight to just like decompress and take myself away from
Do you speak
training.
Polish?
Yeah, I try to
Really?
speak Polish. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I always envy people who can speak more than one language because I barely have a grasp of this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's cool. Are there similarities between Polish
Not
and
at
English?
all.
No.
It's so hard.
What's it? Is there another language that it's like close to or related to?
I'm not too sure. Like, sometimes I can understand, I think, Ukrainian speaking. Not Ukrainians, it's definitely maybe Czech or something. I
Yeah.
can sometimes like make out words, but it's a tough
Really?
language. Yeah. Yeah, reading
Well,
it.
yeah, it's a tough language for a tough people.
Yeah.
Because I know the
The Polish have a
yeah,
mentality.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're very tough. No, that's cool. Yeah, like I've been learning Spanish for like 10 years.
Oh,
and
really?
and I
How's
barely,
it going?
I can read it pretty well, but that's about it.
That's something though.
Yeah, I mean it's not nothing, but
Could you
but
speak it if I was to ask you something?
not well, not well. But I can only read it like a first year level maybe.
That's better than
Second year.
nothing.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's not terrible. Well, probably a little bit
That's
better
more
than
than
that
me.
actually. But
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't know. I've never actually used it before. But no, like I said, that's awesome. Has it ever been has it ever, I don't want to say, have you ever used it? Like, has it ever, like, you found it where it's been like very helpful to understand? Obviously in Poland, but just in your everyday life.
Yeah, like, I think the best thing that I've used it for is to communicate with my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't speak English.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
You ever hear anyone in town talking shit? And
Sometimes
then,
you do, yeah.
yeah.
And you're like, that's what I'm like, right, I can't focus on this conversation, I'll focus on that one.
That's pretty cool. No, that's one reason why I wish I could speak another
To be
language,
nosy.
just to
Yeah.
be nosy. Although one time I was in New York, and I was in New York City with a friend of mine, or with some friends of mine, and they spoke Spanish. And what was it? There was someone harassing us to take one of those carriages or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were speaking Spanish to each other, saying like, this guy's out of his mind, like he's crazy, we're not paying this crap. And like I was able to pick up some of it, but then the guy who was hassling us, I think he was Puerto Rican, and he knew everything they were saying, and then he came back at them, was like, hey ladies, like I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I can hear
It was pretty funny.
I'm calling you out.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay, so let's talk about your kind of your fight career here. What was the first fight for you where it was kind of a big deal? Like it felt like not necessarily consequences,
Yeah.
but like there was you felt a bit of pressure
Yeah.
to perform.
So that was my fourth fight.
Your fourth fight?
My fourth fight was a semi-pro fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was something.
How long ago was that?
That was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago, maybe. I don't know. It was it was a Valkyrie show anyway.
Okay.
But it was, yeah. So I had my first fight within like 6 months of training. So I kind of went into that one and I really enjoyed it, but I didn't know what to expect. I've never been to a show. Second fight, that was a win. Third fight was a win. And my coach was like, right, you're ready, like.
Yeah.
And yeah, so semi-pro in K1 means that there's no shin pads and it's professional rules. So it was a big step up. And I was actually really nervous for that one. And I used to struggle a lot with like the mental side of fighting. So the nerves, and everyone gets bad thoughts, but you know, just controlling them bad thoughts. And for this one specifically, it was the fact that I could get hurt and just doubting myself if I'm even good enough, like I was, and I could have if I believed in myself, but I just I didn't believe in myself at all. So, and the pressure from that as well, being a semi-pro fight, that was hard.
What did you how were you able to kind of overcome that?
Yeah, so overcoming.
Or did you?
I
And you just kind of went with it.
Yeah, I kind of struggled with it a little bit for a while. That was like the first loss I took, and it kind of took me by surprise. Like I never felt that before. Like my first few fights were clear wins and, you know, good performances. So that one hurt a lot. And I kind of carried it into the next fight then, because that self-doubt that I was going into that semi-pro fight with just like stuck onto me, and the loss made it even bigger. And yeah, it was a challenging time. Like that was one of the times where I was like, I don't know if I'm going to bounce back for this, or if I even want to bounce back from this. And then that again carried into the next fight. So that was the third fight I had that year, and it was another loss. So that was 3 losses in a row. So after that, I was just absolutely heartbroken. And yeah, I was like, I remember just crying in the car and like thinking it's the end of the world. And
it's good, I think, it is good to have losses, I think.
I think
everyone should learn how to lose.
100%.
Learn how to lose gracefully, you know, because there's some losers out there, and I don't mean that in like a derogatory way, but like there's some that they don't know how to lose, and it clearly shows in their attitude, and you know, and so I definitely think, especially, it's probably a good thing to learn young too.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
Even if you're not going to be a professional fighter,
Yeah, of course.
to learn how to lose can definitely aid you in, you know, a regular career.
Yeah, like losses are a big part of life, whether it's like, you know, a job or a partner, like a breakup. It could be anything. It could be even like a friendship breakup.
Yeah.
Like it's all just a big part of life. But I think that's when you learn the most about yourself. Like for me, it was the hardest time, but it was also like the most character building time for me. And at the end of the day, like what we were talking about, a year or two later, it doesn't matter, you know, like this thing that was so big in my life and I was so sad about, and like I based my personality off it. It's just like, okay, you lose. Someone might see it on Instagram and scroll past it, but it's not. Yeah, it's not the end of the world at all. But it's hard when you're in that position, because you know it's the only thing that you can.
It's the only thing that matters to you. Yeah. No, I get it for sure.
Yeah, if it matters, it means you care. So it's never a bad thing. But yeah, you definitely learn the most from a loss.
Talk to me about your first fight. What was that like your idea? Did someone kind of like, hey, you should do this? And you're like, okay, or like, what was that like?
My coach. So I was training, I think about 6 months, I'd say, and he comes up and he was like, Vicky, you ready to fight? It was a test. And I said, yeah. And he was like, right, that's what I want to hear. So I think he put my name into a matchup it wasn't Valkyries. Maybe it was Valkyries. But it was in the complex, and I had no clue what to expect. Like, I mean, I've never been to a K1 show. I've never been to an MMA fight. Never. I didn't even know that there was a stage involved and lights. So the setup that I was fighting on was actually amazing. Like it was, you walk up onto a stage in the middle of the hall in the complex, and there's like loads of lights, as there is on every show. But I just didn't expect it. And even when he was asking for my song, I was like, what's the song for?
That's funny.
Yeah. So I walked out to the Prodigy, and it was so fun. Like I watch it back sometimes.
Yeah.
It's so messy. Yeah, it was just I remember getting hit for the first time that hard, and I just remember thinking, right, it's on. Like, this girl hit me.
I remember,
She's getting it.
yeah.
Yeah.
In my last fight, I remember I got hit in the face, and I'm like, this isn't for me.
Really?
Yeah, right in the middle. Like, this isn't for me.
No, when she hit me, I remember
Yeah.
being like, right.
I remember being thinking, it's like, how was I? So like 30. I'm 34 years old. Why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
You know, and then yeah, yeah, and then it ended, and I'm like, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do have them fights sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the longest, like, what is it? 3 twos. It was the longest 6 minutes ever of your life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially, like, I didn't expect that at all. I didn't expect it to be so. You can feel your lungs burning and everything, and yeah. But I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it so much.
My first 2 fights were different. I didn't take a ton of damage in them.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, well, yeah, but yeah, no, I was kind of the same way with you. Like, I had no idea what to expect going into it, but I was so thankful I did. And I wasn't like, I wouldn't say I was scared, but like, if you would have given me an option, like an out,
Yeah.
might have went with it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just because I didn't know what to expect, and then I'm like, yeah, but I'm so happy I went through with it.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree with you. I used to feel like that about fights, where I used to be like, I hope someone pulls out, but it's not me. I'm not pulling out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did have a few of them where, like, I just dreaded it.
Really?
Yeah. But
Was it was it like the opponent, or was it just kind of like the idea of getting into a fight, or
the idea of getting into a fight. Like, I've never been like scared of my opponents, or I never really had the thought. The semi-pro was the first one where I was like, right, I can get hurt in a fight, but I never actually had a fear of getting hurt.
yeah?
I had a fear of not showing up for myself. And yeah, being disappointed in myself after.
Okay.
I think after tasting the losses, I was like, I don't want to feel this again.
Well, do you usually have a big crowd that's there for you at your fights?
Not really, no.
No?
I'm not really mad about a crowd.
No?
No, even my first few fights, I wouldn't want
Do you
people.
not tell people about your fights?
Yeah, no,
Really?
I wouldn't. Yeah, my mom would know, and then like 2 or 3 of my friends. But
Promoters don't want to hear that.
I know. But that's back in the day. that's 2020 something. But yeah, no. Now I kind of like, I'll invite people, but I think like the people who want to be there will be there, and will make the effort to be there. So yeah.
Is it important for you to have like certain people there, or?
Yeah, I love seeing my mom and my sister in the crowd. Yeah, that's like, no matter who's in my corner, no matter who's like, it's always the same people in my corner. But sometimes in the middle of the fight, I'll just make eye contact with my mom, and yeah, it's usually in between rounds, and I'm like, right, it's okay, like, I'm safe, you know.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's interesting, like that you're able to pick people out of the crowd like that. Like,
yeah, I always look at where they're sitting before, when I'm walking out.
Fair enough, that makes sense.
I'm like, right,
yeah,
I know it's like in this direction, you know. Yeah.
Can you hear? What did I say? Like, can you hear yourself think in the middle of a fight, in the middle of a round? Like, can you can you talk to yourself?
Yeah.
Or like, are you able to? Yeah, like, can you hear yourself? Can you think through things, or is everything just kind of like instinctual?
A lot of it's instinctual, but I've gotten a lot better with like controlling my thoughts and talking to myself in a manner that I want to hear. Like, I can definitely, like, I've definitely gotten better at, like.
Here we go. See, it's falling down.
Is it falling down? Yeah.
Doesn't look like you're. No, you don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely gotten better at talking to myself in fights and kind of realizing what's happening, and just being a lot more present. Like, that was the big thing that I used to struggle with. So sometimes when, perfect. So yeah, sometimes if I was even like, you know yourself, if you're getting hit in a fight, it might not be a damaging shot. It might not even, you know, you might be winning, but sometimes getting hit, you're like, you feel it, and it feels worse than it actually is. And then you'll have one thought, you'll have a second thought of like, oh, I'm not doing so well. Oh, and that spirals into something else. And yeah, I think I've gotten a lot better at controlling that and understanding that the other person's feeling the same thing. So yeah, that definitely makes it better.
That's good. It's yeah, no, definitely. Sometimes I think it'd be easy to forget that you're facing an actual human,
Yeah,
and they're running through kind of the same emotions that you're probably
exactly.
feeling as well.
I always, yeah,
Especially even like out of the cage or out of the ring.
I always say this to someone who's fighting. It's like you feel nervous, but they feel nervous too. Like you're scared, they're just as scared. It's all about who controls it better and who understands themselves better and who's able to, like, it's all about control.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah. Heck yeah. What was I gonna say? Like what training wise, like what do you do? First of all, what's your favorite thing to train? Like what do you come in here and what are you excited to do?
I love sparring.
Yeah.
I love sparring, yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite. So that's on a Tuesday, sometimes on a Wednesday as well. And then yeah, I love sparring. I love doing boxing as well. So I have been working with a boxing coach for my last few camps and I just love it. Like I love learning the tiny, tiny details of boxing and, you know, putting your feet with your hands and like learning these tiny details that you might just overlook.
Yeah.
But it makes it makes you so much sharper. Yeah.
What's your least favorite thing to train then?
It's funny enough, I don't really like pads.
No, you
No.
know? Yeah, I'd always feel awkward doing them.
Yeah.
It's just my own uncoordinated self, but
Yeah.
yeah.
They tire you out so much.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you shadow box? Do you like shadow boxing?
Yeah, I really, hitting the bag I'm kind of mad about, but I love shadowboxing.
I hate it. I just feel awkward.
Yeah, shadowboxing.
Yeah.
I love when I can like move around and, yeah, kind of get creative, but I feel like with a bag, you're just stuck in front of the bag in a way. Like you can angle off and stuff, but
Mhm.
yeah.
At least with the bag, you're hitting
Hitting
something,
something.
yeah, rather than air.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like on those days where you got to come in and you got to do pads, like what how do you stay motivated to do it? Anyone can be. That's just excuse me. How do you stay disciplined to
To do it.
continue to come in? Because anyone can be motivated,
Yeah.
but motivation, kind of wears out. So, like, how do you maintain that discipline to come in and do
Yeah.
these hard training sessions on things you don't really want to do?
Yeah. I think, like you said, anyone can be motivated and anyone can do it, but what separates you from the best is whether you do it on your bad days or whether, you're not always going to have good days. And sometimes you need to take a day off, but sometimes you just need to show up for yourself. And I think I said this to you before, like showing up at 30% or 40% is better than not showing up at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like one of
No,
my
that's
favorite things.
it is. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Even just
Um,
10%.
Even
you
just
know?
10%, even if you come down and stretch, like and do 3 rounds of shadow box and you're in that mindset and you've showed up for yourself. I think like if you let yourself down over and over, that will show in your fights,
Yeah.
not just physically, but mentally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It'll creep into other things as well in your life.
exactly.
Also.
Yeah.
Obviously, combat sports is extremely important in your life.
Mm-hmm.
In kind of your day to day. What would you be doing? Where do you think you would be at if, when you were younger, say you're after your father passed away, say you quit, like where do you think you'd be at now? Like how do you think things would turn out?
I don't know because it's a good question. I think it could have went either way for me. Like I have a drive in me to push and to do what I want to do, but I think I actually like combat sports has helped me deal with everything in my life so much that without it, I think I would have been very lost and I think I would have been on the wrong path. Like I think I really would have been struggling. Like for me, it's more than just showing up to training. It's having an outlet or sometimes it's an escape from my emotions. Like for me, when I'm in training downstairs, when we're doing technique or when we're doing pads or if I'm doing, my S&C in my spare time, it's a meditation almost, and it takes me away from what's going on. And
Yes.
sometimes all that stuff that you don't even know is internally going on, you know, you're occupying yourself and you're doing something good for yourself that shows with time. So I think I don't know if I would have been on the right path if I didn't have it.
Is like, so on that similar train of thought, like you know, say you, whatever the reason is, you can no longer compete. What would, you're still young, which is very fortunate. Like, what would you do to fill this void? Like, or career wise, what would you do?
Yeah, so I graduated in fine arts last year, and I was like, I did pretty well when it came to finishing college, so I definitely would dive deeper into that. Like, that was like my grad show. It was done really well,
Yeah.
but I was still fighting. So
Okay.
I kind of like, there's a part of me that's quite curious as to if I didn't have fighting and I would put 100% of myself into art, what could I achieve? You know, if I've achieved so much already. But
to be taping bananas to walls or something.
I don't know what I'd be doing. Painting
cool.
the canvas white.
Yeah. There's a guy, I think he painted, I think the piece was called "Take the Money and Run."
Oh.
And it was I want he either painted the canvas white or he painted it blue, one or the other. And then like that was his piece.
Yeah.
But it was titled "Take the Money and Run" because he was paid a stupid amount of money to do it.
Yeah. Some of them high-end pieces are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're putting a chair into a room. Like, we were learning about them in college, and we were just like,
The whole modern art thing. You know how that came about? Well, I would think you would know, but do you know?
We had to do a few classes on it in college.
All right, you can correct me because I learned this from Joe Rogan. Okay, so I did a little of my own research. Apparently, it came about. What was it during like the Cold War era when they were trying to get. And I'm going to butcher this. Trying to get American artists to compete with the Russian Soviet artists,
The Soviets, yeah.
and then to create a medium that was, you know, considered like superior because apparently the Soviet arts at the time was fantastic.
It was very limited. Soviet art.
Yeah, or I should say like pre-Soviet, like the the Russian,
Like Lenin time.
no, like before the Soviets. I don't know what any of that's called. Again, I'm butchering this. You know, I'm going to edit all this out. No, but basically, it was like the whole modern art thing was just kind of like it was a CIA op.
Oh, really?
Yeah, is my understanding of it because like the CIA funded a lot of these modern artists to kind of create these.
That's very Joe Rogan.
Wild, and well, there's a bit of truth to it because like there's actual like declassified CIA documents that really suggested that they did stuff like this, like that, like because there were some of these artists like they were on their payroll.
Yeah.
You know, so but
yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised with the CIA. Yeah.
Yeah, not these days. Everything we're learning these days, like oh my goodness.
Yeah.
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 But anyway, enough of that. I would say you probably have a more. You're probably listening to me like this guy's an idiot.
No, there's probably some truth to it. We were learning. Yeah, we had to do a lot of like art history and contemporary art history. So we'd be going into like the historical aspect of it and you know the theoretical and stuff. But yeah.
Do you have like a favorite artist?
Not really. I kind of like depends what I'm working on, depends what I'm researching. I kind of adapt myself to a few that I'm researching, but yeah.
You know David Cho?
Yeah.
I like him.
You like him?
Yeah. I remember this was years ago. It was on eBay. It was a David Cho piece. It was it was like a little thing. It was like a little 3x3 square. It was on eBay and I was gonna buy it. Came close, but it was one of those.
Was it expensive?
eBay doesn't do or they probably still do. Like it was an actual auction bid.
Yeah.
And I was like the highest bidder for a while, And
then someone outbid you.
And then eventually someone came and outbid me, and I was bummed.
Oh no, I tried to get a camera on eBay before, and there's sharks on that. They have,
yeah.
they know what they're doing.
They do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah. I don't really know art to begin with, but I just like kind of I like his personality.
Yeah.
You know, he's a real, like, that is a character of a person.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, you can definitely see everyone's personality coming through in their art. Like, yeah, it's so interesting because I think for an outsider, you know, like there's minimalistic art and there's different types of art. Yeah, there's different types of art, but like you said, like your first thought when you thought of art was stick a banana to the wall or, you know, paint a canvas white.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's actually so much depth to it, and yeah, I love it. Like, kind of it's like solving a puzzle because it's all visual, but what the artist is actually trying to do is to create a visual language for the viewer, which is so interesting, you know. Yeah, based off of research. And yeah,
Sure. Do you feel that like any, what did I say? Like, so martial arts is like, do you consider that to be like artistic, or like, are you able to kind of,
yeah,
I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
with it,
definitely.
but,
like, I definitely think you need to have like everyone has their own style in martial arts, and you kind of need to be creative and let yourself go to find it. Like, your coach can teach you so much, and then it's up to you to adapt it to yourself and be creative to be unique, you know?
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Like, basics win fights, but also it is the stuff that's kind of outside of that box, the unexpected, is what wins fights too. So,
Heck yeah.
yeah.
So, what's next? What's next for you then? Like, career wise, what do you? I know you're coming off a bit of an injury at the moment.
Yeah.
So like, what's the next 6 months look like for you?
So for me, like, I had a bit of a setback there. Now I had an amazing year last year. I won 2 national titles and a European title. And I've, I was very active, 5 fights. So I got injured at this very first session of the year. And I was really bummed about it. I was like so upset and thinking my world is falling apart, and everything was just so bad for the first month. But I think the little break was needed, so it kind of gave me time to step back and to just like enjoy life a little bit with my friends. So I think that's going to be the case for the next month as well, to just let my body heal, let my mind heal, and let myself kind of get back into the flow of life, because anyone who's in fight camp can kind of understand how intense it is, and training twice a day, and you're up in the morning, you're out till 9-10 at night, like you said, you're sparring and then you can't sleep. And yeah, so when I come back, I'm hoping to get into either a semi-pro fight or fight professionally, and I'd like to get the ball rolling with that then, because there's no one else for me in Ireland to fight an amateur. So yeah, that's kind of the next step for me.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, here I think we're coming up to our time here.
Yeah.
And look, I really appreciate you meeting with me here, especially just very last minute. So
yeah,
thanks
anytime.
again for that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I love chatting with you, and I can't wait to see you at your next event. Hopefully, I'll be there.
Yeah, hopefully.
You want to shout anything out, or you want to?
I'll shout out my sponsors.
Yeah, go for it.
I just want to thank my sponsors. So I have an amazing S&C coach, Rory O'Connor. I have Amber Oxygen, who's actually been helping me so much to heal from my injury. I have Hendrix Wellness that fixes up my body for my camps, and yeah, Striking Company for the best gear. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Sort your socials for the media as well.
Right on, yeah.
And then High Tropics for electrolytes, natural electrolytes. So
Heck
yeah. Yeah.
All right. Look, appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Until next time, okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Right on. Cheers.
Let's go.